What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Practical Productivity, where we're going to keep it productive, we're going to keep it practical, and we're going to help you improve little by little through practical changes in your life. Today's episode, we are talking about environmental cues. What are environmental cues, you might be asking? Well, very simply put, it is cueing your environment to help you succeed and do the things you want to do. That looks like this. Let's say you're having trouble brushing your teeth every morning when you wake up. An environmental cue would be to take your toothbrush and put it in your sink. Okay, it may sound extreme, but you'll put it in your sink. You won't be able to avoid it. It will be right in front of you. Hence, your environment will cue you to do a certain task. Environmental cues can be very powerful because it helps you to do things without having to use a lot of willpower or a lot of energy. You know, environmental cues, here's a very practical one that you might have already done or seen others do, or maybe have heard other people tell you to do. Put out your gym clothes next to your bed for the next morning. Like, lay them out, get them ready. Here's an even better environmental cue, or maybe not better, but just a different way to do it. Wear your gym clothes to bed. Why? Because you're removing some of the obstacles and you're cueing your environment. Your environment's going to cue you to do a certain action. Having your gym clothes out and ready to go, or even on you, triggers your mind to say, okay, that's there for a purpose. Let me just grab them and jump in and go and do my exercises, go to the gym. Think about this one. You're having trouble drinking water. You'd leave a cup of water out and ready to go the night before, so that when you wake up in the morning, it's not something you have to try to remember when you're tired and your brain is foggy and your brain is, you have it ready to go. Now, I'm a Christian, and part of my life is that I read my Bible every day. And now sometimes when I wake up, I'm tired and I don't necessarily want to read something first thing. But what I do is I use my environment to my advantage. I leave my Bible open on the kitchen table to where I want to read the next day. So when I wake up, I see it. It's there. I can't miss it. It is out and ready to go. If you leave it, if I were to leave my Bible inside of a back drawer somewhere, what are the odds or the chances that I'm going to say, oh, I got to get it, I got to read it? You're going to go on autopilot through the morning, and your window of opportunity to get into the Bible, it has been missed. The same can be said for anything in life. If you want to do something that you're struggling to build this new habit, you're struggling to do this new thing, think about this. If you make a lot of calls for your job, and say maybe you're in sales. I was in sales a few years back, and I had to make phone calls. Well, why make it harder for yourself to pull up your customer list or your client list or your leads list? Why not have that out and ready to go? Let's say you're supposed to do 10 calls each day. Well, have a list of 10 people on your desk. So when you come first thing in the morning, you're ready to go. You have it there. Your environment's going to cue you. You want to make it easier, not harder. So what are environmental cues? Environmental cues are arranging your environment to your advantage so that you are cued by your environment, not hurt by your environment, so that you are enabled by your environment, not hurt by your environment. The same can be said for something you want to stop doing. You need to get that environment changed. You need to remove that trigger. You need to remove that issue, that thing that leads you down the wrong path. Environmental cues can be very, very powerful. So let's apply this very practically. What is something that you want to start doing? What is something in your job or maybe in your home that you want to change? Think it through, and what environmental cue can you create to help make it easier on yourself? You've got to think it through, whatever it may be. Again, The simple examples that I gave. If you want to drink more water, you need to have a glass of water ready to go. You need to have a cup out. You need to have whatever you use each day to drink water ready to go. If it's dirty or in the dishwasher, guess what? That is the exact opposite of environmental cues. You're making it harder. Your environment is making it harder for you to do it. So what is that thing that you want to start doing? What do you want to accomplish? And now think, how can you cue your environment to make it easier on yourself? I'd be interested to hear in the comments of this video, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you trying to start doing? And what are you going to do to cue your environment to make it easier and more successful, to make that new habit or new thing that you want to start doing a lot more easy to accomplish. So that's it for us. Environmental cues, you got to use them. It's going to help you so much. This has been Practical Productivity. Keep on moving forward. I'll see you next time.